Hi there, boys and girls. It's Miss Gattuso here. I know you're used to seeing me on the morning show, but lately I have had so many Flat Stanley contributions that I needed to make a separate video to show everyone in the school all the Flat Stanley visitations. He has been everywhere doing all kinds of fantastic jobs. So listen up so you can see what kinds of cool stuff he's been doing. One of my favorite places to go, Flat Stanley got to work. He went to work at, Starbucks. If you haven't heard of Starbucks, Starbucks is a place that makes delicious coffee drinks and teas and has some other little snacks too. So he worked at the Starbucks in Clearwater as a barista. Now a barista is a kind of a new vocabulary word probably for most of you. A barista is a person who really specializes in making special coffee drinks. So he wore a Starbucks apron and hat, a name tag, non-slip shoes because it can get kind of wet if you spill some coffee, and a big smile. He, in order to work there and make all those coffees, he had to go through training so he could learn all the recipes. That's a lot of recipes to keep in your mind and what order you're supposed to put everything in. So when he goes to work, he goes in, he puts his time into a clock saying that he's arrived at work. He goes to where he's working, maybe the cash register, maybe he's going to be working at the coffee machines, and maybe he's going to be working at the drive-thru because some Starbucks have a drive-thru. And then he goes home. So he's on his feet a lot working at Starbucks, and we are thankful. Stanley has had a couple of other really interesting jobs too. Stanley spent the day being a soldier in the Special Forces in the Army. So of course he wears a U.S. Army uniform. He went to a lot of schools. He went to airborne school. Really cool. For him, a normal day begins at 6:30 in the morning. He started work at 6:30 in the morning. And as a soldier, he has to work out because he's got to be in good shape and healthy. Go to the shooting range so you can practice your weapons. And jumping out of airplanes, you got to practice that so you can get really good at it. That sounds like a pretty exciting day. And that came from a student in Miss Lagatuda's class, Miss Angela. So Angela, thank you for sharing that with us. I forgot to tell you that our Starbucks visitation was with Caden. Caden's mom, it looks like. Thank you very much. Flat Stanley also went to work at a place called LifeLink, and he even got a special little badge, because when you work places, you often get a little badge. You know, you'll probably seen your teachers having one so that it has your name and your picture so that when people see it, they know that you belong there. So Stanley got a badge at LifeLink, and here's a picture of him in the lab. Very, very cool job. He had another really exciting job, and this one was from Addison Simpson in Miss Eglin's class. Flat Stanley went to work at a place called Inland Homes, and as you can see, he's wearing a little hard hat here. This hard hat keeps him safe because he works in a construction area. Inland Homes builds homes. So here you can see him with a hammer, and you can see him with some blueprints. Those are like the plans for the house so they know how to build it and where to put all the walls and fun things like that. So let's see. He supervised the construction of brand new houses. He had to wear work boots, a hard hat, jeans, and of course a shirt that says Inland Homes so they know he belongs there. He needed a college degree in order to get that job, so he had to go to college for at least 4 years in order to even be able to work in that job. He needed to supervise all the workers, make sure that the house was being built correctly according to the plans. So thank you, Addie, for that. That was fantastic. Let's see, Zytavia in 4th grade, her Flat Stanley went to work at Kepro Medical Appeals. So he was putting a lot of information into the computer, making sure that letters that were going out made sense and there weren't any spelling errors or grammar errors. He also had to work in customer service. The kinds of clothes he wore for that was business casual, much like what you might see your teachers wearing. He needed at least a high school diploma in order to have this job. He had to proofread important medical documents, put the data in the computer, and answer the calls from nurses with important information. Fantastic. Thank you for that one. Let's see. Honor Andon, his Flat Stanley went to work at USAA, where he typed on the computer a lot, and he helped people save money for things. He needed to wear business clothes, so nice pants and a nice shirt. He had to have at least a 4-year college degree and some financial licenses to do his job. So that sounds pretty interesting. Thank you for that, Honor. And I think I have some more. Maybe I could do one more. Oh boy, this looks like from Autumn Luttrell. Flat Stanley went with Mr. Luttrell to work with a company called Jagged Peak. And Stanley and Mr. Luttrell answered a lot of phone calls from big companies looking for help with their online stores. That sounds pretty interesting. He also had to answer a lot of emails from companies too. So here's the chair he was sitting in, and there is his cubicle with his little name tag there. So it looks like he had a good day at work with Mr. Luttrell. So thank you guys for sharing those. Those aren't all the ones I have, but they're all I'm going to put on this video. So be looking for the pictures and Flat Stanley's badge. Those will be in our bulletin board that's right outside the media center. Thank you, boys and girls, for keeping Flat Stanley busy at work and teaching us about all kinds of professions and different jobs that some of us might be interested in doing one day when we get bigger. So I look forward to getting more, so keep them coming, guys. Bye.